Chapter 046 The Seven Ancient Poisons. How can there be any justice for Jin Chertai to take such a supreme treasure as the Seven Malice Gourd just because he wants it? But this man is a true disciple, a master of the mystic ability realm. I must act decisively now, or he will finish me off with one move. Fang Han knew Jin Chertai, the true disciple in charge of Green Flame Peak. He was even more elusive than an Azura, and Fang Han was absolutely no match for him. Even if he used his flying swords and the blood cotton demon robe, he still could not win. The gap between the mystic ability realm and the fleshly body realm was far too wide, as distant as heaven from mud. Even as Jin Chertai spoke, Fang Han shipped the Seven Malice Gourd. Immediately, thick rolling smoke burst out from inside. It was the Heavenly Wolf Seven Malice smoke. The smoke first wrapped his own body into an energy sphere impervious to blades and spears, then wrapped Fang Qingxiue inside as well. He raised the smoke sphere to defend himself first. Against an opponent like Jin Chertai, victory was impossible. All he could do was rely on the treasure's power to defend with all his might, and wait for Fang Qingxiue to refine away the demonic qi and regain consciousness. The web between his thumb and index finger had been split open by the Azura's great force, and it had bled heavily. When he grasped the Seven Malice Gourd, his blood had touched the gourd's spiritual core, and an inseparable blood connection formed between him and the treasure immediately. When Fang Qingxiue seized the gourd, she had already used her mystic art to erase the original blood spirit inside. Whoever dripped blood first would own it. "You insolent brat! How dare you defy me?" Jin Chertai had never expected Fang Han to be so straightforward. He did not even answer, and directly activated the gourd smoke for defense. His face changed instantly, a savage scowl twisting his features as he flew into a rage. "Fine. I will kill you, little cur, today. Do you really think you can stand against the mystic ability realm master with just one treasure? How naive you are." As he spoke, Jin Chertai waved both hands. Immediately, 7 streaks of dark green flame, sharp as sword chi, cut through the air toward them. The flames tore through the air, letting out a deafening rumble. Above the desert, the scorching sun hung high, turning the whole expanse golden. But Jin Chertai's dark green flames dyed everything within several miles a deep green, turning the golden sand dunes into green hills and rivers. Fang Han recognized this move. It was the Green 7 Cultivation Divine Light, one of the 8 great mystic arts of Yuhua sect, ranked alongside the Purple Lightning Yin Thunder Blade. One was fire, the other lightning, each with their own unique strengths. Asterisk boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, asterisk. A series of green flames crashed into the smoke sphere, producing a sound like a great hammer striking a giant bell. The shock sent Fang Han's blood and chi churning violently inside him, but the Green 7 Cultivation Divine Light still failed to break through the smoke sphere. It only sent the surrounding smoke spraying out in all directions, billowing like stormy waves. "Jin Chertai. Senior Sister Fang and you are both disciples of Yuhua sect. Why do you want to kill me so badly? Have you betrayed the immortal Tao and joined the demonic sect? If you stop this killing of a fellow disciple right now, I will act as if nothing happened. Otherwise I will spread the word, let everyone from the top to the bottom of Yuhua sect know you murdered your own fellow disciple. The sect rules of Yuhua sect say true disciples cannot kill each other privately, they can only settle their scores on the heavenly punishment platform. To betray the sect rules is to betray the entire sect." Fang Han roared out these words with all his strength. The All Things Under Heaven scripture recorded Yuhua sect's rules, and Fang Han had flipped through it occasionally, remembering several key clauses clearly. Now when he questioned Jin Chertai, his words came naturally. Ha 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 ha. When Jin Chertai heard Fang Han's words, he laughed as if he had heard the funniest joke in the world. What could a puny outer sect disciple like you know about sect rules? You are nothing but an ant. I will not waste any more words on you. Once I break through this smoke, I will chop you into 10,000 pieces. True chi seizing art. As Jin Shirtai roared sharply, the 7 streaks of green flame suddenly transformed into a huge hand, which swooped down viciously, grabbed the billowing smoke sphere in one grip, and yanked it upward hard. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Raging green flame burned fiercely, and in the blink of an eye it wrapped Fang Han completely tightly. All he could see around him was the color of green. He had fallen completely into a sea of fire. Fang Han felt a heat surge into his head. His body was being wrenched by a force of 10,000 Jin, as if the giant hand was about to tear the smoke sphere apart. The green flame crackled, and it felt as if it was burning directly inside his mind, trying to bake and evaporate every drop of moisture from his brain and consciousness. His mind began to grow fuzzy. This was the first time he had fought a mystic ability realm master, and he had never expected his opponent to be this powerful. Even his treasure was no match. Be careful, he is trying to refine your blood spirit. Hold onto your consciousness to keep the 7 malice gourd, or if your mind fades, the gourd will fall into his hands. Just at this critical moment, a voice woke him up in his mind. It was Yin, who had disappeared earlier. Yin, where were you just now? Why did you vanish? Fang Han was shocked and overjoyed. I just used a small trick to hide myself. Look at your body, Yin said cautiously. Fang Han looked, and on the skin of his upper body, a map gradually emerged, like a tattoo, completely fused with his own flesh and blood. The original Flood Dragon subduing Yellow Spring map had been worn as an undergarment against his skin, but now it had become his own tattoo. This change made it even more deeply connected to his flesh and blood. A flood dragon and a river of yellow spring coiled around the skin of Fang Han's upper body. This tattoo filled him with endless demonic aura, as if a demon sect great emperor had been reborn, ready to conquer heaven and earth, devour the cosmos, and cultivate an unparalleled mystic art that would let him live as long as heaven and earth, and outshine the sun and moon. It actually turned into a tattoo, Fang Han said in surprise. I told you long ago, the 9-aperture golden pellet has the blood of the Yellow Spring Emperor, and the Yellow Spring map also carries his blood. The two become one, inseparable. If you cultivate to the longevity realm, you can truly fuse the Yellow Spring map into your own blood, and your magical power will probably be even deeper than that of the Yuhua sect leader. For now, it does nothing but hide itself. Yan's form appeared directly in Fang Han's mind, bringing a wave of coolness that kept the green flame from shaking Fang Han's consciousness for the time being. Though the heat of the green flame was blocked by the heavenly wolf smoke, its fire poison could still attack Fang Han's spirit directly, wearing down his spiritual defenses until he fell and died. Oh no, if you appear like this, what if Fang Qingxue sees you? Fang Han suddenly panicked. Don't worry. Fang Qingxue was struck by the heavenly demon Great Hand Seal. She is focusing all her power on refining the demonic chi right now. She cannot spare a single wisp of consciousness. She cannot feel anything that happens outside. Do you think she would have handed the 7 malice gourd to you otherwise? This is a supreme treasure, a precious item nurtured by a demon god, even more mysterious than the heavenly rooster supreme yang rope. But the gourd is a purely Yin treasure filled with demonic chi. It is not suitable for me to absorb. Otherwise, I really could not hold myself back. Yin licked his lips. Since that's the case, if I put my 7 flying swords into the 7 malice gourd and activate the 7 kill sword formation inside, I can probably deal Jin Shirtai a heavy blow. Fang Han said viciously. That's not a good idea. The 7 malice gourd is extremely mysterious. Back in the day, the demon god planned to cultivate these gourds in large quantities, but never succeeded. If he had succeeded, the demon god sect would have expanded so much they would have crushed every other sect. If you put 7 flying swords in, I am afraid you will not be able to get them out again. What if after this is over Fang Qingxue takes the gourd back and sees 7 extra flying swords inside? How will you explain that? Won't your secret be exposed? Mass cultivation. If these gourds could be mass-produced, every disciple of the demon god sect would have won. Wouldn't they be invincible? Fang Han pictured the scene. If hundreds of thousands of Yuhua sect disciples each had a 7 malice gourd, he could not imagine how powerful that would be. The 7 malice gourd has many other uses. Explore it with your spirit. If it only had heavenly wolf smoke, Wang Molan could never have held Fang Qingxue off for so long. Remember, Fang Qingxue's magical power is far higher than Jin Chertai's. Her cultivation is 2 whole realms higher. Jin Chertai is only at the 2nd level of the mystic ability realm, the true Yuan realm, while Fang Qingxue is at the 4th level, the Yin Yang realm. Alright, I'll look. With Yan's help, Jin Chertai could do nothing to him for the time being. Fang Han sent a wisp of his consciousness into the 7 malice gourd to explore it. Inside the 7 malice gourd, it was divided into layers just like a bookshelf, with 49 compartments in total. Some compartments were empty, while in others, poisonous insects seemed to be wriggling. 7 of the compartments were filled with smoke, storing a huge amount of heavenly wolf smoke. Though this smoke was just smoke, it was extremely heavy, like liquid mercury. What is that? Next, Fang Han saw the very bottom of the gourd, 7 compartments shaped like sword sheaths. Under the compartments, there was actually a diagram, filled with countless flowing sword poses and stances, as if thousands of swordsmen were practicing swordplay non-stop. The 7 sword sheath compartments were completely empty, no flying swords inside. Clearly, as long as 7 flying swords were placed inside, the sword momentum could be activated to unleash incredible power. Wang Molan did not even have a single flying sword to put here. No wonder they say the demonic path is good at taking what others have made, not good at refining tools themselves. Fang Han wanted to test the power of the 7-kill sword formation, but he held back in the end. Gold-devouring centipede, 9-clawed spider, bewitching demon bee, blood pool poison mosquito, iron-backed ladybug, 6-winged silver silkworm, illusion demon butterfly. There are actually so many poisonous creatures. The 7 ancient poisons. Good. Most importantly, these poisonous insects have absorbed the killing chi of the gourd. Every single one of them is extremely fierce, has endless stamina, and is impervious to fire and water. If one bites you, no matter if you are a mystic ability realm master, you will still be poisoned to death. Yan's voice came through. He had also been exploring the contents of the gourd, and when he suddenly found all these strange poisonous insects in the compartments, he could not hide his joy. The 7 ancient poisons? Fang Han had never heard of them. All things under heaven did not have detailed records of poisons. After all, the immortal Tao was not the demonic path. Use your consciousness to open these compartments and release the poisonous insects. If I release them, won't they get burned to death by the fire? Don't worry, these poisonous insects are not that easy to burn to death. Jin Chertai's green flame has not been cultivated to perfection. Alright. Fang Han focused his mind. Whoosh, whoosh. The 7 malice gourd shook again. Suddenly, a swarm of centipedes flew out from inside. Each of these centipedes had wings on their backs. Their whole bodies were golden yellow as if cast from pure gold. Ferocious and hideous, they darted through the air as fast as lightning, burst out of the smoke sphere in an instant, and lunged toward Jin Chertai outside the green flame.